Hello and hello, you incredible friends. Edward Zia with Steph Gobraiel. Steph Gobraiel, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, it's good now. I'm very nervous, Steph. Can I tell you why I'm so nervous right now?
Sure.
I'm worried. I'm outside at Novotel Darling Harbour. Check out the view. Isn't the view amazing? But you know what I'm
Yep.
worried about? It could rain any second. But I thought I'd give it a shot anyway. And look at the construction. What do you think, Steph?
It will look very different once it's done. So it'll be really interesting to see what it will look like, Ed.
Oh, exactly. And it was
Just
great
stay
seeing
close
you
to the
yesterday
door.
in West. Oh, sorry. You go, Steph.
I was just going to say stay close to the door in case you need to duck back inside.
Yeah. And I was going to say as well, Steph, it was so good catching up with you and Nathan Everett yesterday. What a great meeting out in Parramatta, Western Sydney.
Yes, it was great. And, what better way to do it than over, a meal and a shared meal. It was great. It was really great to connect.
Now, Steph, the title of this LinkedIn live stream is Your Best 2024 Ever. And I know you're quite a business planning genius. Tell us how your best tips and thinking to have the best 2024 year ever for everyone listening.
Okay, sure. So I think the very first step is to outsource. So anything that, we can't do it all ourselves because there is a lot to do in business. And, it's not all going to be our genius zones as well. So it's important to give, to be able to find people that can do, what you might not do so great in, or just even to give you that time back. I think people underestimate the power of outsourcing. Will it take time to build that trust and that relationship? Yes. But the key thing, Ed, is once you build that trust and relationship, it will work like a well-oiled machine, so they'll get to know what you're like and what your expectations and everything else is. And then it will just be like they're part of your team, and you can very easily just keep moving on with whatever you need to get on with. So I think don't underestimate the power of outsourcing in your business. That's the first one.
I love it. And my first obvious question is that for a lot of business owners watching, what are the areas that they should outsource?
Well, there's different areas that could be outsourcing. There could be things like, their website maintenance. That's one. Another is social media, right? You create the strategy, so you're giving that direction. So you've still got control of that, but then you would be able to hand that over to someone that can create, the posts and the images and, everything else that comes with it. It could be, your blogs, or it could be, any sort of material you're trying to create for your business. I think it's really helpful if you have people, even your accounting. We're not all accountants. We don't know it all. So there's specialized areas in business that we need to be also, outsourcing, and that's just one example.
Yeah. Now, a common thing that I've heard a lot lately, and I love your tips, by the way, so many people right now have approached me saying, Ed, I'm not clear. And I was having this conversation with one of our friends yesterday. Ed, I'm not clear on how I'm going to succeed in 2024. I was speaking to one of they're not a client yet, but they're almost a client. And they're saying, Ed, I don't have a plan for 2024. And I basically started yelling at them, right, in a nice way. Right?
Yeah.
And I realized there's a lot of people out there who are wonderful, intelligent people. They're just going into 2024 blind. They haven't even written. They're just saying, Ed, what do I do? I don't know. They haven't actually thought about this topic. And I don't think, and I'm not disrespecting them at all. I think it's not their fault. They haven't had the training yet. So I want to ask you, right?
Yep.
How do we create a really good plan for 2024? And what are some of the things we should be mightily aware of, Steph Gobraiel?
Sure. So the first thing I would do is assess your business, right? What worked well, what didn't work well in the previous years. I think that's a really good starting point. And then, if it is sales that you want to focus on, then you need to be, creating a plan based around that. If it's showing up more and, really having your personal brand really build up and getting it out there so people know who you are, then you need to create, a plan around that. It really comes back to the person, their business, and what they want to achieve, right? Because what everyone wants to achieve at the end of the day is going to be different. So we really have to look at the person, their business, and which direction they want to take their business in. Can you hear me, Ed?
Absolutely brilliant thinking, Steph. And I want to ask you, oh, sorry, can you hear me, Steph?
Yes. Yes.
We've got a bit of crazy internet today, the cloud cover. I was going to ask you, Steph, do you have a really good business planning template or anything that people can use?
I do have, I have a yearly one that I have used with people for 2024, and I am in the process of creating a quarterly one, because when you're planning for a year, things change. People don't like looking that far ahead. So I'm currently creating one for a quarter. So then that way people can, automatically see it's like the near future. It's not too far into the future. I can hear like a duck in the background, but it's probably your audio.
Now, Steph, there is something weird with our internet connection. Yeah. Now, Steph, I was just going to say something weird with our internet connection. What I'm going to do, friends, don't go anywhere. Steph and I are going to be back on in a minute. Our internet connection is doing something weird. Love your work, all. We'll be right back. Don't you go anywhere. Steph, appreciate you.